Yes.
Tell us what you do for a living.
Well, I happen to lead global sales for NFP, and that encompasses all new revenue from all lines of business at our company. We're a global insurance broker, and we're in property and casualty, employee benefits, wealth management, retirement, and all points in the middle.
How long have you been in this profession?
This is my 33rd year. It started with a wonderful internship back in 1991, and has blossomed into a two-part career that started at John Hancock Insurance Company and has now, since 2006, I've been at NFP in multiple capacities.
And you probably could have done anything. Why this?
Well, I wish I had a sophisticated answer for you, but as an intern in college and a first-generation college student in my family, a college graduate, I needed a job. And I got an internship, but I think there was divine intervention. The profession has accepted me for who I am. It has taken me all over the world. I've learned more about foundational financial planning through insurance products. I've made lifelong friendships. I continue to grow professionally, both academically and instinctively, just dealing with people. And so it's been an amazing journey.
And dealing with those people, give us a story or two about that.
Well, in the early days, when I sold, it was great. It was, you sell all your family and friends, and then you find strategies that are relevant, and then you expand into market segments. I happen to do some individual planning in the consultant space. So I've worked with young, emerging, affluent professionals, which selling foundational products like term insurance and building a story around how to invest for their retirement and their own financial security. That just taught me so much about not just the client, but myself. It's kind of the shoe and the shoemaker. It was like I was helping people achieve their financial goals, and then I had to look at myself. And it was when I started to look at my own financial goals, how the products and services I was selling were applying to me, that's when the light went on. It's like, now I get it. Now I get the importance and the relevance, and I can speak from my own experiences.
So if you could give your younger self, a little advice to accelerate the tremendous success that you've had, what would those lessons be?
I think I took for granted what the network I had access to really was early. I didn't recognize it early, and so I had a lot of conversations, a lot of people that were investing in me, time, money, resources, their own, intellectual capital. And I think early on I took it for granted. I just was like, this is what it's supposed to be. So I was hearing them, but I wasn't listening. So my younger self, I would say, be more present, actually listen. And it's hard when you're young because you don't know everything you're listening to. Concepts, ideas, the advice you get, you're trying to absorb it and apply it where you are, and you're getting advice and information to help you in the future. But I think as I grew a little bit more, I listened. I really listened. When someone said, every contact you make is important. You don't know when it will come to fruition and be applied, but it's important. It's important that you recognize that. It's important that you nurture that, because that moment in time will come in the future. And if you've done all the right things to keep those relationships strong, you can then rely on them at critical times. And so that's the advice I give my younger self.
Speaking of your network, you're a big part of FinSecond now, our new board chair.
Yep.
Why is FinSecond important to you?
It is because this profession, I've gotten to see the reality of what it provides to individuals and families. I've lived through tragedy. I've seen how paralyzing a death or loss of a primary breadwinner or loved one is to families. But when you have some certainty that you can, live the next day without having to change your lifestyle, you can breathe and mourn and move on and still, realize some of the plans and aspirations you had in your life. These products and services do that, and I'm proud of that. I really am. And FinSecca is protecting that right. It's protecting the tax favored treatment that these products get, and it's not. These aren't treatments for entitlements. These are treatments to ensure futures. So tax favored treatment is important. It's important that these products are accessible to everyone, lower, middle, upper markets, and they're priced appropriately. It's even more important to utilize strategies and programs to put them in the hands of underrepresented groups, because that will stabilize those groups for the future. So FinSecca is all about protecting those rights, those futures, and I'm really proud to be in the chairman's role. The biggest advantage I have is I have 25 or so board members that represent a cross-section of our profession. It's the most diverse board in our profession, and I'm proud to be at the helm of it.
So your message to those who haven't quite gotten off the sidelines and joined FinSecca yet?
Yeah, I would say we see you. We know you're on your own journey. I think it is easy to say you're there and not contributing. It's hard to create dialogue so you recognize what their value system is and what's important to them. And then you connect the association where appropriate. Everyone's on a journey in this business. If you are making a living in the life insurance industry, you understand the importance of the products and services. You understand the importance of planning and appropriately placing those products in the right, with the right people and individuals at the right time. So it's easy to understand why we need to protect those rights and the profession. You just have to figure out where that individual is in their journey. You have to create a forum to hear them out, and then you have to show them how to connect and take a step. And so hopefully we get better at doing that.
Especially during your chair.
Yeah, especially now.
I love it. Mike James, thank you.
Thank